Hi there and welcome to the land. My name's Cassie and I'm glad you're here. Well, it finally happened. 2021 ended. We are done with that. Thank goodness. I don't know about the rest of you, but in 2021, the good Lord blessed us with so many opportunities to learn and to grow, not only here on the homestead, but in our faith, in our relationships, and in our careers. Hopefully, we will take that knowledge and that growth and we will apply that in 2022. Each new year, we start out excited for the new goals and what the new year is going to bring. That's been a little hard the past couple years for this old world. Hopefully, 2022 is going to be a year of regrowth, healing, and blessings for all of us. As we often do on New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, people start making resolutions. I'm not a big resolution fan, but what I do like to do is take stock of where we've been, where we're at, and where we're going. I would like to take you along with that reflection today. So when we first decided to move back out here to the land, my idea was to create me a happy place. That was the first thing I wanted to do, just to create a spot where I could sit and enjoy, drink my coffee in the mornings, just a nice little spot. So out in front of our trailer, we had a little clump of trees, and I decided we're going to go around those trees and make us a flower bed. My idea was to create a perennial flower bed that was not much work, pretty maintenance free if possible, as maintenance free as we could make it. So I planned out the spot, we marked it, how big I wanted it, and off we went to Lowe's. We went through Lowe's and bought everything we could possibly need, picked out plants, all perennials, things that would grow in the shade according to the tags, and came home and jumped right in to a huge, solid, rock hard bunch of clay. We were not deterred, or I was not deterred. My husband wanted to be, but thank goodness he stuck with me because he did all the digging. I tried, and it was hard. So we dug the holes, we planted the plants, and to our surprise, everything started growing great. We put in a watering system, I mulched it, we put in, the weed barriers, all that stuff, and it looked great. Then, this is what happened. Yeah, my nice, pretty, maintenance-free spot, my happy spot, this is what it looks like right now. What happened? Well, 2021 happened. It was a little bit busy, and we didn't have much time. So, almost maintenance free does not mean maintenance free. One thing you'll learn about me pretty quick is I'm going to share the good, the bad, the ugly. Which one is that one? I might not share the horrendous because we have some of that going on around here too, but I'm going to let you know we're real people and this is what really happens. So what happened in 2021 to give me this big mess back here? Well, my regular job is typically seasonal. I work regular hours, and then during the busy times, I work a lot more hours. Unfortunately, 2021 was a busy year. Our season started in early February and went through till about a week or two before the end of the year here. So I worked basically 7 days a week, 12 to 16 hours a day for most of the year. So it was, like I said, that was one of those opportunities for learning and growth and developing fortitude that the good Lord gave us last year. So hopefully this coming year, that mess right there will be back to my happy place. So this right here is what we termed our main garden area. This is the spot where when we initially moved out here in 1993, my husband started his garden. I didn't really do the gardening. I had children, babies, and a career in the medical field, and this wasn't something that I had time for. So he grew here, and this spot's just stayed the same. Basically, we made it a little bit bigger when we came back to the land in 2017. So this is where we started out growing. As you can see right now, it's in the middle of cleanup and getting ready for next year. Initially in 2018, the plan was this was going to be our only garden spot. So we started putting in some perennials and around the border, and then was growing our crops in the middle. We did not have a great success. We did get some food to grow out of here. And like I said, my husband likes the garden, so he decided he was going to take some of my extra seeds that I had picked out and start another spot and see how it did. Well, in the spot he picked out, everything started growing. And out here, I was just struggling with getting plants to make any kind of fruit. So Stephen took that handful of seeds he took from me, came up here behind our fifth wheel, and planted them up here amongst these trees. And shockingly, they did great. Everything started growing, making food. It was wonderful. So I quickly started taking over his spot. And you can see up here this year, in compared to some of the photos from the past couple years, this is a mess. 2021 got to this side too. We just did not have the time to keep it lush and really pretty, so we are going to work on this year. We do have some raised beds in here that he made. Right now we do have our garlic, and it's coming up good. Stephen also has a few strawberry plants that he's moved from the main garden to here. We still have plants that need to come up and get out of here. We still got a lot of work to do around here. So everything was doing so well in that what we call the trailer garden. It was doing really well, so I thought, well, you know what, maybe we need to come up and do another spot in the trees and see what happens there. So this spot here is what I call the melon patch, and we called it that because guess what I planted there the first year, which was this past 2021. We just developed this one last year. So as you can see, it's all been cleaned out, pretty much everything gone and picked up. And what's surprising on this spot, this is the only piece of ground that's not growing grass. We have a huge Johnson grass and weeds, and it's horrible, absolutely horrible. They're super weeds. We can grow them. But this has been just left alone since the melons all came out, and not sure what's going on there. If you got any ideas, let me know. Not sure why this spot's not growing the grass, and every other spot, it all came back real quick. Okay, so right after we decided to start that melon patch, I had another brilliant idea. My husband loves it when I come up with these ideas. Every time I say, oh, guess what I thought of? He's like, oh no, all that means is more work for me. So we have an easement on the front of our property that we can't build anything on it. I don't really want to plant any trees on it or anything like that, just in case for some reason the easement owners need in here. So it's a pretty big space, and it just seemed wasted. So I thought, you know what, why can't we turn it into a garden too? So that's what we did later in the year in 2021. And this right here is what we call the road garden. We didn't till it, we didn't do anything with it until it was basically time to plant things. It had to go in the ground. Most of our food actually this year came out of this spot. It's basically all clay, just like the rest of the land is. It didn't grow great, but you see it gets plenty of sun. I love this little spot, or show you, it's a big spot. It is 26 feet wide and 90 feet long. Stephen has spent a lot of time up here trying to mend the soil and get it good to go. So hopefully this year we're going to do a little experiment, which you guys will see in a separate video, with this spot up here. As you might can tell, we have lots of garden space. We have plenty of room for growth, plenty of room to learn more and to do more. And I have about 1 million plans in my head of what this is all going to look like whenever we're done. Or I shouldn't say whenever we're done. As we go through the journey, this hopefully will never be done. It will continue to grow. That's our plan, and it will grow so it will be here for our children and our grandchildren and their children. So basically all of our plans and the systems that we want to put in place, including the future structures that are going to be built, all are based around one day our babies are going to need it or want it, and they'll have it. We want to do the work up front so they don't have to, and make sure they are set up for success and won't have to wait till they're 50, 55 and start this journey. I want to take the opportunity at the beginning of this year to say, if you have a dream, you have a passion, you have an idea, just a goal that you want to do, you have in your head something you've always wanted, and you're not attending to it. Why are you not? What's holding you back? Whatever it is, just do it. It's take that leap of faith and just go for it, because time is precious. We're only here in this world for a small amount of our lives. So take the time, figure out what exactly is it that you want, what kind of a lifestyle do you want, reflect back on that and think really hard, and then just make that dream happen. Make it happen. It's all up to you. What are you waiting for? Thank you so much for tuning in and watching the videos. If you like the content and want to see more of what's going on around here and what we're up to, please like, share, and subscribe the video, and we will see you next go around.